Since you've known me,
Yes,
I gotta have the lipstick matching with my top,
that's
something.
it. Yes, and you always go
I
for
can't.
the deep mahoganies.
Yeah, but you pushed me to try some different colors.
Right.
You
Okay.
tried me. You tried to get me into some like bright pinks and things,
Yes.
and I'll do it for a minute, but then I'll go right back to the berry,
See, this is
to the brown. It'll
that's
be
your
deep
go-to.
summer, and I'm
That's
in
your
my brown.
go-to. That's it.
That's the go-to, Faye.
That's it.
Don't play
And no, why
around.
every time you put on lipstick, right? I always watch you, right? Every time you put on lipstick, why you look like you want to eat the lipstick? Like you literally put it on like it's like jam or jelly, and you're like, and I'm like,
You know what?
just you know what I'm saying? I'm like, just go ahead and eat
Fit.
yes. I always know that, and you're like, yeah.
Look, that reminds me of like Daddy, your grandfather. Like when Daddy ate some food,
Oh, he made you want to eat again after you
like
had
the way
like
he'd
five
eat and the
meals.
way he chews.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
wholeheartedly.
I mean, who eats liver? But let Daddy eat liver. I'm
Oh,
having a plate of liver and sauteed
the way
onions
he eats
because
it,
he would
it looks so
just,
good. And then
gosh, it
no,
looks so good
no. And then remember when he used to have the frosted glass? He always used to keep his frosted glass in
with
the
the Coke
freezer for his Coke.
and the left hand side.
And I used to
On
be
the
like,
left hand,
how? Yes, yes, that's right. You know. And I'm like, how do you
and
drink the whole Coke? You know, because it's biting.
oh,
He'll drink it down
right.
in one gulp. I'm like,
In one gulp. I could just see him now, just
yeah.
taking it and just drinking it. And
And then
you
he
know how
goes,
strong Coke is. Yeah, Daddy.
yes,
Oh my
I
God.
know.
Those were the
I'm
days.
telling
Eh,
you, those were the good old
oh
days. Good
my
memories.
goodness. Well, it's good to
Yes.
see you.
Yes.
We've been ripping and running. I've
Woo.
been ripping
And
and running.
running. Yes.
I cannot get used to 4 days a week in the office.
That's so
It's
tough.
killing me. It's that one day. So we had a Wednesday and
Ugh,
Friday remote. We still have Friday remote, but that Wednesday
yeah.
was everything. To be able
Yeah.
to, come off the weekend, come in on a Monday, fine,
Right.
come in on a Tuesday, but to still work on a Wednesday, but you just enter the day more slowly.
Right.
And now I'm like Monday, Tuesday, I'm ripping and rolling Wednesday, Thursday, and
Oh.
I'm exhausted by the time I get to Friday.
Oh gosh.
So
So
it's
you
just
have to
taking
go in
some,
the office on Thursday too? Ah, it's so unnecessary. I just don't
yeah,
understand. If you're
I
knocking it
feel,
out, you're doing what you're supposed to do,
I
projects are
agree.
getting met, you're exceeding, expectations. I don't understand what the problem is.
I agree. I agree. I don't look, I'm all about if there's data showing like people are not working, they're not
Right.
online, productivity is,
Down. Right.
exactly
Right.
because of people not being, but
Right.
why mess up something that's working?
That's
So
it. It
it's
just brings your
hard.
morale too.
It it does
Does.
because like for instance, you could come in and the majority of meetings that for instance I had one day last week was all people via, Teams and things. So I'm like, "Oh, okay, so I'm in the office, but I'm
Right.
having virtual meetings."
Right. Like it doesn't make sense. Like I could have done this from
So
home.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it
And that's
just,
a yeah.
things like this. And like I said, COVID, the biggest test of COVID was just like, man, we can run companies and we
Yes.
can have workplace flexibility, but work life balance means a lot. I know that that's been like a cliche, like work life balance,
Mm,
but it means a lot
it
to be able
does.
to have that, be able to
Flexibility.
do your day to day
That's it.
and still be productive.
That's
So,
it. Instead of somebody like
but
overseeing you in the office and checking to see if your light is green. And I mean, I understand that people that abuse it and different things like that, but come
yeah,
on now. You know your
yeah,
team, you know your people.
yeah.
And it's just
Yeah,
I just think it's unnecessary.
it just is. And so
Yeah.
I know like I have water cooler talk with folks and they feel the same way. It's like by the time you get to Friday, before we just eased into Friday, now it's
Right.
like, good Lord, we're just
Right.
exhausted.
Yes.
And so yeah, so that's been my day.
Yeah.
just ripping and running. But this is the highlight because it's been a minute.
Cause you gotta
We
catch me up because you was doing birthday parties, you was doing Oscars. There's things going on.
So
Like,
you want to go to the birthday parties, right? Because everybody was waiting for a Faye entrance, but I'll let them
come
deal with
on,
you on a one-on-one basis. I'm not about to speak for them.
you know.
You don't have to hold yourself accountable
Look, I'm
because
coming. I'm
people.
coming. I'm coming to Chi-Town.
Okay,
Believe
well,
that.
Grandma already told me. I saw her today,
You did.
so she said me and Faye got something going on.
Oh, that's
Basically,
it. That's
stay
my
out of it.
girl.
So I couldn't even ask any more questions. So
That's my girl. Okay.
she said exactly that. Me and Faye, and for all the listeners out there, this is my husband's grandma,
Yes.
who adores Faye, and
Aw,
she was like, "Me and Faye have something going on."
that's it.
So yeah,
Grandma
yeah.
call me. I see my phone. I say, "Oh Lord, that's Grandma. Let me see what Grandma's like. Faye, I hear there's a tornado in North Carolina. I just want to find out if you're all right." She'll check on any kind of weather, anything. She want to check up on me. I love her. She's the best.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Yes.
welcome back to It's
Right.
Time to Break.
Yes.
And I am Andrea. I'm the aunt in this situation.
Yes. That's it.
And
And
I'll
I'm
let
the.
my niece introduce herself
Come
again.
on now. I'm the niece.
Reintroducing.
That's it. Faye Brown in
Look.
the house.
And as everyone knows, that this is the space where we take a break from the noise, the expectations, so
Yeah.
many expectations, and
Yeah.
sometimes even ourselves. And we just talk and just have some real talk. And so, Faye, this for the past week? I know it's been a minute. We've been texting, but just seeing each other. What's something that made you smile this week? Because I know there's a lot of stuff that drained me this week in terms of scrolling,
So
seeing the
many things.
news,
Yeah, I
and
can
just
list them.
day to day. So I'm gonna start
Right.
off with what made you smile?
Right.
What
What
made
made
you
me
smile?
smile
What brought you
was
joy?
I got excited because it was like I kind of felt like spring was there. It was right there at the edge. And then you just want to go in the garden and you want to prune and you just want to just clean up and you're getting ready for spring. And then there's like oh yeah, this is supposed to be what made me smile, right?
Yeah, look.
It
It did.
did.
That pruning made you smile.
It did. It did. I was smiling because it was like, you smell, they said that there's these bugs that come out. They look like mosquitoes, but they're actually like, like they're bugs that, so when they come out once a year, they said that, it's kind of like a sign that spring is coming. So they
Yeah,
came out. So I'm like,
yeah,
yes, because, I had to do the whole research thing about them. I'm like, is that a
yeah,
mosquito? But then I found out it's like they produce and
yeah.
then it just kind of says the spring is here. So they came out. I was excited. And then
Right?
and then it was freezing. And then we had a tornado watch. And then it said that there might be snow and hail. And then I was like, but I still had a smile on my face. Because I was like, you know what?
Oh
No matter what,
gosh.
I'm still going to be prepared. Because then when spring does
Yes,
come, everything's already set.
yes,
Everything's set
yes, yes,
and ready to
yes.
go,
And
ready to
I saw
bloom,
this
ready to develop.
just ready. I saw
Yeah,
this meme that said, "Okay, spring, I see you showing a little leg." And that's exactly what it is.
that's it.
It's like, yeah, you showing yourself, you showing a little leg. You're
It's
there.
so
You're
that's
right
it.
there.
You're right there.
Because
And
we
look,
just had a snowstorm.
but when you
We
show
just had
that
a
leg,
snowstorm.
when
Right.
you show that leg, make sure you took care of the winter fur
Ex-
underneath. Make sure you shave. Make sure you did a little wax. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to
a Brazilian,
winter legs.
we know way.
You
It's
know, make sure
crazy
it's good.
because
Yeah,
a snowstorm and it's about to be 74 this
yeah.
weekend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the up and down. It's like wow.
It's the up and down that's driving me nuts.
Hmm. Right.
Um,
Okay,
but
what made
okay,
you
so
smile?
you know what? I'm coming from a high, man. I'll tell you, I
Yes.
threw the best
Yeah,
50th birthday party
you've been in the
for my
stratospheres.
husband. And,
Yes.
when you're planning, and Faye, you know me, like,
Yes.
you know me how I was planning even my wedding. I was
Big time.
calm. I was just, but you just want
Yes.
everything to flow. And then you
Yes.
start overthinking. You're like, okay, I started thinking, okay, first of all, darn near everyone RSVP'd. So I'm like, okay, there's that. Then I started thinking, okay, there's food and there's drinks, and I had open bar
Come on. You got
and
to.
had to have the open bar.
That's it.
And then I'm like, what are people going to do? Are they going to talk to each other? You know, you start
Right.
overthinking, like,
Like
are they
how
going
are
to be
different
bored?
groups, right, coming together.
Coming
But then again,
together.
they're coming to celebrate Mike and you know, like
When I
Mike is just
tell
touching
you,
lives out here. Okay.
that's exactly what I just
Mm-hmm.
stood back and I was like, wow, everyone showed up for Mike.
Aw.
And then he said a little speech, and his speech was so great because what he said was what brings him joy was seeing like his mom talk to someone who she's never met before.
Right.
And he started naming names, like seeing people together that this is the first time they're meeting, but they're vibing. And that's what it was. You saw people and they stayed 4 or 5 hours, Faye.
Aw.
And they were
Awesome.
drinking and eating and
Yes.
celebrating Mike. And it was
It.
it was just, it was a
Right.
full moment. And then,
Yeah.
just having Chris and Ricky there, and
Yes.
you were there definitely in spirit
You
because
know, I
everybody
know the energy
knew.
was high because I know, and all the folks that from his childhood, from his past, from his future,
Look,
his family, his
if you walked in, that would
everybody.
have been the icing on the. I think everybody would have erupted. Everybody would have
They
erupted.
were like,
Okay, because you're always the host of my parties. He's
"Come
going to put you
on
to
now,
work.
look, I
I'm
can
going to
host
put
now."
you to work.
Okay.
Do you remember? Okay, sidebar. Whenever I had a
Yes.
gathering at the house, I had to like. I wouldn't have it if you weren't there because
Right.
you kicked it off.
Right. You know what? I realized that even with like Uncle Michael and like Lauren and they would be like, Vilma would be like, can you I'll pick up the mic in a second. I'll be like, party over here. Have my little karaoke, make people talk. Yes, we have a little dance session. You know, we used to have
That's
fun.
oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that's
And then
true.
even have the parties at the house, the old house where we
Yes.
were in Plainfield, best
Oh,
parties because you were hosting it.
that's it.
So,
Good time. Ain't nothing like a good time.
nothing like a good time. So, but I'll tell you,
Yeah.
it was a great time. And girl, look,
Oh,
these are some of all these cards.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And he got gift cards for days. I'm like, we
Oh,
have, it was a good time. So that made me
yeah,
smile. And then
absolutely.
we had a photographer. And so he last week sent me the link to all the photos. So kind of reliving the photos and seeing things he captured that you know, like I didn't
Yes,
see when I was
yeah,
there. Um, so
yeah.
yeah, that made me
Look, we're
smile and
gonna
that made me
when we
happy.
edit, we're gonna see if we can edit in some pictures because I know folks want to see what
Ooh,
the vibe was. So we're gonna put some
yes.
pictures in there.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a great
Oh
idea. So
my,
they see some. So he turned the big 50.
that's my
Finally,
guy.
finally.
That's it. They said
So
50's the year of Jubilee now.
yes,
The year of Jubilee, year
yes.
of restoration, year of, you know what I'm saying? Just living your
That's
best
exactly
life.
it. It's a new season, Faye. It
Yes.
is a new season. I know,
Yeah.
like, I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying this chapter for sure. I loved my
Yeah.
40s, but enjoying this chapter now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that really made me smile.
Yeah.
Um, Another thing, I'd love to that made me smile,
Yes.
the Oscars. I don't know if you
Okay.
got a chance to see the Oscars,
Oh
Faye.
my gosh. You know what? And
Um,
to be honest with you, I used to be an Oscar girl, like just watch it.
yes,
But
I
then I
agree.
kind of I like boycotted a little bit from
Yeah,
and then
no,
and
yeah,
then what I do is I just watch excerpts like on social media and just say, "Oh,
like
who won?" Just curious, cuz I'm always curious. I want to see the outfits. I want to see,
yeah,
if
the
people got
outfits
into
for
right.
sure.
Oh my
The
gosh. What the
outfits
tea?
for
I need to
look,
see a little tea. What's going on? Like,
girl. First of all,
what you
can we
think?
when I tell you
Mm,
Zendaya, she never misses. She
wow.
never misses.
Wow.
She
Yes.
was stunning. Like just stunning,
She
and
is.
she just naturally she
Right.
was
She
just
has
stunning
it.
that
She got
day.
it. Yeah.
Um, but the same way. It's not like I boycotted the Oscars. It's just
Mhm.
different now. No one's going to the movies. Everything's
Yeah.
streaming. There's
Yeah.
Netflix, Hulu, Prime.
That's it.
Going to the movies is not an event anymore.
It's not.
Like we're sitting on our couch.
Right.
And so
That's
there's
right.
that, you know.
That's right.
I feel like Oscars has changed, or just the award season in general.
Yeah, definitely.
But I was thrilled to see Sinners.
Me
I
too.
don't
I did see that. Wait, why did I put it on again last night? Rewatched it.
when I tell you my boy won for Smoke and Stack.
Somebody take me in your arms tonight. It was, oh man.
You know,
Yeah, he deserved that.
he deserved
Well
for
deserved.
someone to make me separate those two and
Yes.
like them in a different way.
Yes.
And just even their characters in there
Yes.
and their wives and girlfriend, how their interaction
Yeah.
with their specific was Michael B did an amazing job. And when he won that award, I think everybody cheered for him because
Yeah.
I feel, and again, I don't even know him, but he just seems like a humble guy
Yeah.
and was so grateful. And
Hmm.
yeah, I was thrilled. It was monumentous to just see
To see
him.
it. His
Yeah,
outfit was the bomb. I mean, he just looked like he was ready to. This was his moment. That's how it just
this
felt
was
to
his
me. I mean,
moment.
he's been in the game for like 25 years.
Look, The Wire,
Fire, fruit. Come on, like
and he's been, you know, and one of the things he was in an interview and that's why he brings his mom. He loves his mom so much. And I appreciated that because one thing he said that stuck with me, may resonate with you too, Faye,
Mm-hmm.
because it's just so familiar. He was like, look, Mom, I remember you taking me to auditions. We didn't have the money to pay through the Holland Tunnel to
Ooh,
get
come
to an
on.
audition.
Wow.
But you got off of work early just to come and take, you know, like that's why I feel like, you know, when you saw him with his mom, it's so deep and it's
Yeah.
so you know, you work and you work and you work at this
Yes.
craft, and now you're getting that validation, right? Now
Yes.
you're getting that people are seeing.
Fruit of it. Yeah. And you're
Yeah,
sharing it with the person that sacrificed for you. You know, it's just,
right,
oh,
right.
that's
And it just
priceless.
thinks you think about, yeah, you think about things like that when people are so into their crafts. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't happen overnight sometimes. Yeah,
It doesn't.
you're paying your dues and
Yeah.
you're maybe acting and waitressing or wait, you know, on the side and trying
That's
to,
right.
you know, get to those auditions and things like
Yeah.
that. So,
Oh, the grind of it
um,
and the, oh my
the
goodness.
grind, and
All he
Sinners
needs
one
now is
big.
like a fine one, like a beautiful wife
Look,
to cut. But
okay.
he has to have somebody kind of like with values, like his mom, like raised him here.
Yes,
Because
yes.
the other lady that fumbled, Michael B. Jordan. I ain't gonna say who. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Girl, you just wasn't in the right
What?
stage of life to
Are
appreciate.
you not in the right state of
Ooh,
mind?
yes.
And that's you know, a segue into when we think about like the
Yeah.
Oscars and you know, success and validation and things
Uh-huh.
like that, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, here you are, you have a Michael B. Jordan and you know, others, right?
Right.
The other person I think of when I think about like loving the craft and really being into their craft is like a Heath Ledger, right? Like
Yes.
rest his soul,
Yeah.
but who was just, gosh, what he did for the Joker and just how he
Yes.
poured himself into that
Into
role.
that
These are
role.
people
Yeah.
who, yeah, love the craft of acting, right?
That's
And then
it.
everything that follows, yeah, you have money and fame and things, but it's more of like this is my job, you
That's
know.
it.
Whereas you have others who they ride that wave, you know. It's
Yeah.
just like the red carpet, the fame. Oh, I
That's
got
it.
this, and
That's
you
it.
know, it's must be something to kind of balance those two. Try to stay
Yes.
grounded,
Yes.
and so just like you said, you know, like a Michael B. Jordan, if you find someone just kind
Yeah.
of like minded that they can just lock arms and say, okay, we'll ride this wave together, but still stay grounded.
That's it.
And I
And
feel
that,
like it's, yeah,
and I'm sorry to cut you, but I was like,
no,
I
jump
thought
in.
about, remember, I don't know if they did an interview years ago, when it was with Michael B. Jordan and his mom and dad. And I think he was still living at home at that point in his own wing. But then you really
Yes.
got to see the chemistry and the literally how his mom and father really have grounded him. And especially like when you think about kids in Hollywood growing up, your young actors, actresses, they struggle so much, you know what I
They
mean? And
do.
so
They
it's so
do.
vital to have making sure that you have a strong foundation. And you can tell his mother and father don't play. They laid the foundation. They gave him roots, and that's what I love. They gave him
Yeah.
roots, and they
They
taught him
gave him
life
roots.
skills, and values.
Yeah.
So that when he's exposed to that, it's like, he walks with such humility, like you said.
He
And
does, and it oozes out of him. I
yes,
mean, he went to In-N-Out Burger afterwards. Did you? He just
okay,
walked in
that's it.
with his Oscar,
I'm
and he
so,
just,
yeah. And you
and
know
you
what?
could
And you
just,
connect with
yeah,
the right people, like the
yes,
Chadwick Boseman, was it Bozeman, right?
yeah, but
And
yep,
like Ryan Coogler, like these are
yes,
quality men of
yeah,
character that have values,
yes,
and they connect. So I'm so glad that he has a community of women and men around him, that
and that's key, Faye. I
yes.
think having the right people around you, especially in
Mhm.
celebrity, even everyday life,
Yes, it's
everyday
vital.
life,
Yes,
you have to have people like
it's
you're one of those people for me where I know that if I need I need somebody to give it to me straight and give
yeah,
I need that honesty. And
yes,
if I, the feedback,
yes.
you're one of those people. Like I want people because I know like you have my best interest at heart or
Absolutely.
my
I'm giving you
colleagues.
love
So
because I love you. That's it. That's
that's
it.
it. So those are the people I want around
Yes.
me versus
Yeah.
people who tell me what I want to hear or
Right.
they hold back
Right.
when you're really trying to get some feedback and guidance.
Right.
And so I
Exactly.
feel like you need it even more so in Hollywood,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm telling you, even more
But
so. But you're right.
yeah,
Because, like, even I was talking to my sister the other
yeah,
day. And, it was just like, she was just saying, Faith, continue to surround yourself with people that appreciate you, that love you. And I said, let me
yeah,
tell you something. I have spent years creating and crafting my circle.
you
Like
have.
I have weeded. I'm sorry
Yeah.
to turn relationships into like a garden, metaphor, but like
No.
I
Yeah.
feel like I've created my circle of health
Yeah.
because I have
Yes.
experienced circle of health because I've experienced the
Yeah.
toxicity of friendships, even
Yeah.
family friend like relationships and just different people just pull
Yes.
at you. And it's just like at this point, I just need a community. I need
A
people that are good. I
community.
need advocacy. I need support. I need honesty. I need you
Yeah.
to work on yourself. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? As my family
Self-awareness.
member, as my friend. If we're
Yes.
friends 20 years and you haven't grown, sit like
If the needle hasn't
move.
moved,
That's
and
it.
especially if you've done the work in your life, right? And
Right.
that's not easy.
It's not.
Along the way, you make mistakes.
Right.
You make
That's
mistakes, and you're
fine.
like,
That's
oh
fine.
my gosh, and you twist and you turn and those things. But it's like the key is just you're moving. You're
Right.
moving and you're growing. Look, I
That's
still
it.
am. You still are, Faye.
Yes.
Like I'm navigating. I think we know what we
Definitely.
want. We
Yes.
know what feels healthy. We
Right.
know what feels toxic,
Right.
but we're still human and we will, make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's that self awareness that comes in that, like, oh my gosh, I made
Right.
a mistake. And
Right.
being able to say that and be
Right.
okay with
And
that.
be
A lot
okay
of
with
people use
that.
the word be vulnerable a lot, but it is true. Be vulnerable. Who
Yeah.
cares?
Right.
Take pride out the door. I don't care.
That's it. And that's a part of growing. That's a part
It's a
of
part of growing.
it is definitely, and being vulnerable, and because
Yeah. Yeah.
now not everybody is deserving of that vulnerability, but you're true to
Agree.
yourself in terms of This is how I feel. This is what I want. And if this is not giving me,
Yeah.
then why am I still in this? I'm literally compromising myself.
Investing, yeah, where you can
Yeah.
kind of maybe invest in, take that energy and put it in someplace that's bringing you some joy, or
Yes.
you or it needs some attention,
Right.
you know, like
Right. And that's okay.
that's being neglected, but
Listen, need some attention. Like
needs some
ASAP.
attention over here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'll come back to this later if, you know,
That's it.
if need be, but right now I need to pivot. So,
Right. And because you can
yeah.
feel that sometimes it's choking your relationship. And it's
Yes.
and it's like, you know what, maybe I should have dealt with this, nip this in the bud earlier. But I was giving space for
Yes.
growth. I was giving space for that
Man,
person to kind of figure things
Faye.
out. But it's like, no, you know what? I need to say clearly what's going on.
Yeah. And do you, it's so funny you just said that because it
Hmm.
made me think about something that happened this past week where I was like, I got so mad, Faye, because I was like, man, the way I'm thinking now,
Hmm.
why couldn't I do it back then? I was thinking about a
Right.
moment and I'm like, Andrew, what is wrong with you?
Right.
Like, why, because the choices now that we've grown and all these things, it's
Yeah.
kind of like that moment, like I'm not going back, but I'm like,
Right.
God darn
That
it, like,
reflection point. Yeah. Like, why did it take so
why did it
long?
take so long for me
Right.
to, the way we could speak up now? Why didn't I speak up then? Why didn't I
Right.
say something then? Why did I make a better choice back then?
Right. Right. Right.
By saying, no, I want to do this
Right.
and go with that.
That's it. And go with it without feeling guilty and feeling like all the backlash after you make that decision.
Correct.
You beat yourself
Correct.
up. It's just like,
I had that moment this
yeah,
past week, and I said, Andrea,
yeah,
don't stay in that moment. Just keep going because
that's
now you
true.
know. But sometimes you kick yourself, and for whatever reason, that's called growth.
It's
It's
growth.
called
Yeah,
growth,
exactly.
and the fact that I think through all of this, just being self-aware through this,
Yes,
Faye, and just recognizing the good and recognizing where you might be faulty,
that's it. And I love
and
that because now getting to the point of recognizing that means that you know the difference between when something is toxic and when something is healthy for your spirit,
yes,
and your
yes,
life.
yeah,
Recognizing that, and that means that you've grown. You know what I mean? And sometimes
yes,
you outgrow people, and
yeah.
that's okay. But then it's time to let it go.
To let it go.
Yes,
Exactly.
definitely.
Exactly. And I always think about the importance of also meeting people where they are as well.
Yeah,
We spend so much time going back, right?
right.
And going back. And it's, hey, there's some things that you need to go back and clarify
Definitely.
and twist. So I'm not saying in certain things where you're like, okay, let's forget about all of this and let's
Right.
where we are. Like maybe
Right.
there's some things we need to talk about, but you can't go, life is too precious and it's
Yes.
going so fast
Yes.
that be mindful of how much time and energy you stay there with is for yourself and with someone else, right?
Right. Right.
Because it's like how much is too much.
Right.
Um
I've given you 20 years.
right. Like can we get high level, like executive
Yes.
summary? Let's do the
Yes. Do we
executive
have to stay
summary
in the
and
shallow? Right.
and
Like the
let's take
Bridgerton.
like
Look,
three
look.
bullets out
Like
of that.
Bridgerton, like Benedict. Do we always have to stay in the warm and shallow? Can we go out into the deep with Sophie? Okay?
We
Come
Look,
on,
why we
Bridgerton.
pivot to Bridgerton
I'm
right now?
sorry. I just had
Okay,
to.
at the cottage.
It was pulling at me. At the. That's it. Our cottage.
Okay,
Okay?
our cottage.
Okay? Why you rocking? Why you rocking?
Cause
I'm telling you.
okay,
Yeah.
but yeah, but it's you just have to, and that's just coming back to it. It's just making sure you have that, you're building that around you, is
Yes.
because life is hard.
It
Um,
is.
enough, just
Enough.
it's hard enough just dealing with just the day to day. One
Yes.
of the things during the Oscars, my girl, that one Best Actress, Jessie Buckley. If
Okay.
you have not seen Hamnet,
Wow. Oh my God.
Faye, Hamnet, just
Yes,
it's
you
in my
told
soul.
me
It's
about
in my
that.
soul.
Wow.
And I was listening to Michelle Obama's podcast,
Right.
IMO. Shout out to IMO. I love IMO.
Come on,
Um,
Imo.
and she spoke on on Hamnet, and I was like, oh yes, I got the Michelle Obama blessing because
Wow.
it was about do you know what it's about? It's
What, the Hamnet, right?
William Shakespeare. So yeah,
Yes.
so William Shakespeare and his wife had three kids, and it was one girl was the oldest, and then a set of twins, a boy and a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And the boy's name was Hamnet,
Mm.
and he passes away, and it's not giving anything away. That's what the movie is about.
Oh, you'll read
So
in the
it's not a
description.
shock.
Right.
And this is
Oh.
where he wrote the play Hamlet from.
Oh.
And it's
No
all I have to say,
way.
it's about grief and how, yeah, you sit in the grief, but how
Wow.
beautiful this was made. And when I tell you the actor, all the actors, but she
Mm-hmm.
was, I said, if this woman, she swept it. I mean, she won the Golden Globe, the SAG, everything, but she was phenomenal. And her
Mm-hmm.
acceptance speech, Faye, and let me just look this up really quickly.
Yeah.
Um, she said something profound about, just about mothers. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and she dedicated the award. Let me
Mm-hmm.
just get it, and because I want to make sure I say it the right way. And she said she gave a heartfelt felt tribute to the beautiful chaos of a mother's heart. She said,
Mm.
and it just
Wow.
it just brought me to what we were just sharing, just about just relationships and things like that, and just
Mm.
making sure you have people around you as you're balancing the day to day. And
Mm-hmm.
I look at someone like Jessie Buckley, and when you see the movie, you'll understand better what she meant by the chaos of a mother's heart, and just
Wow.
all the things
Oh,
that you
God.
have to balance as a
Oh, man.
woman, as a caretaker, as a if you have a partner or a spouse, and all those
Right.
things.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not going to give it away
It's really
for
deep.
those who have not. But it was a beautiful movie, and my girl won. And so Michael B. Jordan, Best Actor, Jessie Buckley, Best Actress. My life was complete. Okay, so
Nice. Oh my
yeah, and
gosh.
so
Oh, I
yeah,
have to check it
it
out.
was
I have to
really
check
good.
it out.
You have
Yeah.
to. So,
Mm.
um, anything else that you thought, like, I know the Oscars, I was on a high. Anything that
Mhm.
popped out for you that happened last week that made you go, hmm?
Mm. Well, no, well, I don't want to, it may not be thing to, but anyway, did you see the
Okay.
new case on social media with Afro
Then
Man? I don't think you saw that, right?
no, what is that?
Yeah, so with Afro Man, I'm gonna send you the video on Instagram. So apparently,
Okay.
some police officers did a raid on this guy named Afro Man. He does like music videos, different things like that, kind of
Yeah.
like entertainment. He's an entertainment, so you could book him, that kind of thing.
Okay.
They did like a raid, and then it was they thought he had drugs. That he had nothing when they did the raid, but they broke down his door, took his money, left his place in shambles. So this guy now, and then just left, and that's it. No, there's no criminal charges that were connected, and so then, so then he started making videos about them. Doing it in a way he had on like this USA flag on, and like a jacket on that had all the USA the flag on it, and he was just doing like he was making like videos of them like running, and they could hardly run. He was making videos of that, like basically saying y'all not doing your jobs right, you're raiding people's houses. But he made it into like a, what is it, not a satire, what is that, the term where it's like it's funny, it's
Something like us. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
well,
I know
yeah,
what you're talking about, but it's not.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then the cops now went and sued him and brought a lawsuit against him, saying that they would, it messed with their marriages. They've gotten threatened by, it's just a whole bunch of things like that.
Yeah.
But when you see the videos, I'm
Okay. I've got to
sorry,
see the
but
videos.
when you see
Okay.
the videos,
I have to
and
see
I
this.
said, wait a minute, like in other words, but he was very smart. He had a great lawyer.
Yeah.
And he was just saying, like, she was like, and the cops, like, one of the women cops was on stand crying, and, she was just so broken up about what he did, the video. And it was like, it was actually funny, very funny.
Yeah.
Um, But yeah, but the lawsuit got acquitted.
But
Like
he,
he was found
so
not
they raided
guilty.
him and he did nothing wrong.
Saying no, he didn't get his money back from like his entertaining. He didn't get any of,
Oh
yeah, they took, like,
man.
he doesn't know where his property is, you know? And
Yeah.
then so he said, well, I have to make money one way or the other, so I'm going to just do it on the videos. And this is what y'all did to me. And he used like the CPI cameras and stuff of them raiding in the video. And he's like, dun, 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 you know,
Oh
pardony.
my
Is it pardony? I think the name pardony is like a
goodness.
pardony, right?
Oh yeah.
That's the word I was looking for. I think it's that. But anyway,
A
that's the whole.
parody. Oh, I know. Is it a parody? Is it a
Yes,
parody?
parody. Yes,
Okay.
I think
Okay.
that's it. Yeah.
Oh my
But
gosh. All
but he
right, I
kind
have
of
to
played
check
because
this
I was like, oh
out.
man. I said, look, this guy's just doing his thing. Everybody's trying to make it, hustling, doing what they
Yeah.
have to do, and and then you break into his home. You know what I mean? And but he turned it around.
Wow. And turned it into,
Yeah,
which is, look, that's today.
it's the freedom
This
of
is how
speech,
the
and he
world
got off
works
because
right
of
now.
freedom of speech. Like it's his right. You like,
Yeah.
in other words, you can't say it's against your privacy if you broke into his home. So he's using his own
Yes.
footage, his
So
security
he's using
footage.
his own foot. Exactly.
And he was like, and if you see, why did he show up to court with American flag on, glasses with American
Okay,
flag?
I've got to see
You
this.
know,
I've got to watch
I'm gonna send it to
this.
you on Facebook. I mean, on Instagram. And
Oh my
everybody's so invested. They're
gosh.
like, they want to see what happened. I mean, yeah. But yeah, I was just like, look, talk about, people, everyday people just going through, trying to make it with all these
It's
gas prices are going
tough.
up, and this, some illegal
I
war
just
in
said that
Iran.
today.
It's just a lot going
My
on.
little Kia Soul was $65 today.
Yes.
And I'm like, when I looked, I was like, $5 and what? Like,
Ooh, that's a
this
lot.
is, and it's, yeah,
Oh my
it's been
gosh.
so much that I
Right.
have to sit back sometimes and
Yeah.
say, like, step back from it because,
Yeah.
you know, globally, I'm, when I think about hearing like a girl's school getting bombed,
Right.
um, these are human beings that have died.
Yes.
Um, there are people, there
Yes.
are innocent people out
Yeah.
there who are, I think about our servicemen and women who,
Yes.
look, we understand, like, when you enter into the military, yes, you are
Right.
signing up to, you're putting your life on the line
Yeah.
for the country. So there's that piece of it, and I
Right.
respect it. But I think for me, when you're not like fully understanding the why
Right.
behind it, I think that's the problem. It's not, you know, yeah, there are people out there, and I'm praying over them that, I mean, we even have people close to us, Faye, that who
That's it.
are have touched this in some way, shape, or form. And so,
Right.
um, when you don't understand the why,
That's it.
and you see,
And
yeah,
you feel like you don't have to explain the why. It's like, excuse me?
right. And we need, I want to feel like we have people out there who can, who are competent enough
Right.
to do this and to
Right.
give us, the
Exactly.
why. And so, I have to, a couple of podcasts back, it's more of like finding those bits of sunshine. When I
Yes.
saw Mike's part was in Mike's party, and you saw
Right.
people, I was like, God, there are good people. There are
Right.
good, because sometimes
Oh,
hearing all of this can taint your mind, and they're like, you start questioning, are there any, like,
yes.
is everyone
That's it.
mean and bad? But then you
Right.
know there are people around you who are good.
Yes.
And
Yes.
through this, you have to hold on to that,
You do. You do.
because in a way, we're sort of helpless, right? Like,
Right.
we have a voice, we can say, we can protest, we can share our feelings. I think it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think we live in a society now where we're afraid to kind of say anything, but it's okay to
Right.
share your feelings.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the beauty of diversity. When you talk about diverse thoughts and minds and
Right.
things like that,
Right. And
it's
wait,
sharing.
and inclusion.
Look, okay, I love the way. Inclusion.
Okay, come on, inclusion. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. It enriches a nation.
Yeah,
It
it
enriches a
does.
country. You know, when you have different thoughts and different ideas and
Yeah,
coming together to walk into that, you know, to
yeah.
make the country a better country or to make your business a better business. It's just
And
you.
just knowing that, yes, there are
Yeah,
good and bad people, but it's like, God, that we have a lot of good people out there, and
yeah,
if we just came in the mindset of just seeking to understand,
yes, yeah,
seek to understand. We
right.
have different experiences,
Yes,
grew up differently. We have different, but just sit across someone, and seek
yes.
to understand.
That's
And
it.
and you would be surprised.
That's it.
You would be surprised.
Exactly.
So
Very.
Faye, what is something as you go into like next week? One of the things I was pondering was when we think about it, it's time to break
Yes.
something that I'm breaking away from, something I'm breaking open to, and something that's bringing me joy right now. What
Mm.
comes up for you? Because I
Mm.
can't wait to share what's coming up for me.
No, I think you need to go first because yours just I can't. Oh, look. If I do mine first, it's gonna be all corny and. No, I need you to say what yours is first because I know what it
Look,
is.
look. Well, well. I'm breaking open to something right now. And I'm
My
breaking,
goodness.
okay, let me
Yeah.
preface this by saying I know you and we just have so much things in our head like we want to do. I
Mhm.
mean, first of all, kudos to us for doing this right now, because this is
Right.
one of the things that, look, and y'all, we are learning and growing and learning
Yes.
how to edit and do all the things,
That's
but we're
it.
here and we're showing up
Right.
and we're here to talk to you and share and all these things. So I think this is
Hmm.
a first step for us.
Yes.
But I feel like there's so many, I think we have so many dreams and so many little things that we want to bring to fruition. And I think
Yeah.
one for me was, as I got my coaching certification, and
Yes.
I'm like, okay, it's helped me in the job and all the things, but I still have been like, I haven't broken through with that yet.
Right.
I haven't, like, I don't have a website. I don't have all those things yet. And randomly, I got ordained by the Universal Life Church to do weddings as a minister. So I am Reverend Andrea Petaway, just
Whoa.
so you know. I ordered my credential. My credentials are coming through the mail. If anyone knows, you can get ordained right now online to do weddings and those things.
Wow.
Through it's a non-denominational site. So then I was like,
Oh, cool.
okay, coaching, doing weddings. Then I started saying, oh, it'll be great to do some premarital relationship coaching combined with a minister who can do a
Ooh.
great wedding and
Come on,
exactly,
Lord. Come on,
exactly,
Lord.
exactly. So I say this to
Ooh,
say
you
I'm
you would
breaking.
flow so amazing in that. I'm not even gonna say nothing no more.
Look,
That's it.
look.
Look,
So
podcast done. Podcast done.
look,
Episode
I'm
done.
having so this, and then I'm gonna have like little packages. Like, look, I can be your minister. I could do your wedding,
Yes.
or if you want a couple 1 to 3 sessions of premarital coaching, and
Yes.
then a wedding officiant, and then
Okay.
I'll give you the. I'm breaking that wide open. That has, I don't know why that spoke to me, but
Yes.
it felt really good. So I'm
Ooh,
just throwing that out there. I'm breaking that
this
open.
is exciting. Look, no, so okay, so let me ask you because I'm
Yeah.
already I'm a visual. I'm seeing it already. So
Yes,
are we doing the robe with the high heels or
I
are
sure am.
we doing content like how's the fashion?
Let me tell
Because
you right
you
now.
you and I always talking about fashion and stuff. Like how is the look gonna because I need like when we're taking pictures of the couple at the altar and different things like that, or
We
if
need
in
to
your
stand
office
out. I have
space,
to have
doing a
something that
little
stands out.
counseling, you know what I mean? I need to know how the look is gonna be. Okay. I just need to know, you know.
All I have to say is the one thing that came to mind. It's so funny you said that. You and I think alike.
What?
because I don't know if you remember when our cousin Shirley did my wedding. And
Yes.
one thing I remember, she walked down there with her tassels, okay, and
Exactly.
those heels.
That's it. No, I gotta edit that picture in. We gotta edit that picture
I said, "Come on, Cheryl,
in. Okay.
come on." So all I have to say is, I need that flow.
Yes.
Whatever that looks like, I need to have that flow she had when she walked down there and
Yes.
commanded the middle. Well, she walked down there, she had her tassels,
That's
and
it.
she was on point.
This is
So
official. This is a covenant. This is, you know
it
what I mean?
is. And I think
This is
it's
your life
interesting how
partner. Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
it is. This is nothing light. This is a big deal.
No.
You are
This is
committing
one
to
of the biggest
spend the
decisions of your
rest.
life.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly, Faye. And so I don't know why this felt like this is it. This is how these two things will marry.
Yes.
No pun intended.
I like
But
that. Ooh, look, that sounds like we need to kind of use that. We need to use that.
yes, yes, yeah.
Ooh. Actually,
So
that's
more
kind of
to
cute.
come.
Anyway.
But I'm breaking that open. So if it's something I'm breaking open to, is it's those two things. And
Okay.
look, why did I go on Chat GPT today? And I said, Chat, I said, I just want to let you know, I gotta read. Look, can I just tell you what Chat said to me? I gotta
What did chat?
read
What did
what
chat say?
Chat said to me. Okay. And I was like, okay, Chat, you know me too well.
Right.
But I said, Chat, I said, I'm breaking this open. Um, and I gotta send this. Let me send this to you, but I gotta read it to you. And it said, I got the first three lines. It
Yeah.
goes, he goes, wait a minute. She goes, oh, I love this for you. Reverend Andrea has entered the chat.
No, it
And why to
Why
say
is
Reverend
chat
Andrea?
acting up? Why
Chat
is
is acting up. And then put a little celebration emoji and goes, you're officially ordained. Now what? I was like, okay.
wow.
But yeah, that's something new that I did. And yeah, I'm committed to breaking that open because that felt really good and an easy
Yes.
lift in, just all the things.
Yeah.
And just yeah. So we'll see how that goes. So I'll
I love how you did it in stages. I can appreciate
thank
I'm
you.
always a process person. Like I like
You
how
are.
you did the life coaching. Then it was kind of like then you kind of moved to, you know what I mean? The premarital or kind of counseling in that area. And then you but it all makes sense when you kind of bring it together like that.
Exactly.
And it
Because
kind of like, wow, you will flow awesome in that. Like I'm like when I think
yeah.
about you, I'm like, oh, you gonna kill. Like
Because I love weddings. I've
love
always
it.
loved, that.
Yes,
I
yes.
love love. I
Right.
love like when people, and
Meet
also
their like love match. Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. And
Yeah.
look, God only knows. I know enough to give you a little relationship coaching.
Come
Okay. Let me
on.
look.
Look, that finger's saying something right there. That finger is saying something right there.
Exactly. Exactly. Been in it. I
Yes.
know it. So
Right.
to be able to be authentic in that way, to know that
Absolutely.
like this is what you're entering into and
That's
be a
it.
coach for that, right?
Yeah. You'll
So
be amazing at it. And when you do, we're gonna put it, we're gonna highlight it and let you know where we can, sign up.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And who
How to
knows down the
sign up.
line,
Because
maybe
I'm
we
ready to
have a
sign
couple,
up.
couple,
Look,
couple
I don't got a
of
man yet, but I'm ready to sign up.
look,
Just to just to be in your presence. Just to
look, look. Don't let me have a session where it's like it's preparation
come
and then
on.
it's manifestation coaching.
This is
Okay, getting ready,
come on.
setting it up.
But that's gonna be so
Shoot.
good. I'm so happy about that.
Buy one get one free
Come
session.
on. Come on.
Okay. So, but
Okay.
I'm excited about this. The clarity. It's funny when things makes like this is the clarity I needed
Hmm.
to like you just said to bring those two together
Yeah.
and the
Yes.
coaching
It
in
makes sense
general.
too when you look at it.
I've been yeah yeah and it's look I got my coaching certification 2024, so it's going on 2 years now.
Oh yeah,
And
right.
while I yeah but I needed some kind of clarity of I wanted something a little bit, I don't know what it was, but this felt really,
Focused,
really
like a
good.
little bit more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So breaking open. That's what I'm doing, y'all. And I'm
Come on
excited about it.
now. That I love that.
Whew.
I love that.
Thank you.
Oh my
Thank
gosh,
you.
I'm so
Thank
excited
you.
for you.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
so,
I'm
I love when
excited
things
too.
make
I'm
sense,
excited.
because it takes
Yeah.
there's such a long process to get to certain places that you need to be, but you realize the journey. That's why you have to appreciate every step of the journey and every stage
You
and
do.
every
You
point that it
do.
takes to get you to this place. It's just, it makes sense. When you
It's a
look back, it
perfect
makes sense.
example. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a perfect
Yeah.
example of like things don't happen overnight. Like
That's it.
sometimes it, man, it takes patience.
That's
It
it.
takes like just to get the kind of, when I tell you the freedom I feel right now, it's like
Yeah.
something really broke open. Like,
Yes.
oh, Andrew, you got to, now you're stepping into something.
That's it. That's
Um,
it. And
and
it's never too
yeah,
late to like reinvent yourself. Do like, you don't have to do the same career for like 25 years. Like, you can switch it up. You can change it up. Like, this is where the place where
you
people are like,
can
I want to
change
start
it
my own,
up.
Yeah. I have a passion
I
for,
mean,
yeah.
we use our cousin as a perfect example again,
Mhm.
Shirley,
Right.
who was in the finance business world for
Right.
years. And look at,
Yes. That's it. She just
she's
blessing
killing it
everybody.
in
That's
it.
it.
Everybody having
Yeah.
grief workshops,
Grief
having
workshops.
bereavement workshop. Like
Yes. Pouring out.
she stepped in and went a completely different way. And
Yes.
perfect example of what that looks like.
Definitely.
So,
Definitely.
um,
Always
I know, and
pouring, always
and
encouraging.
and let that be an encouragement to you, Faye, as you're
Mhm.
stepping into like self-discovery and new
Right.
season.
That's
What
it.
are those possibilities? You may shock yourself.
Right.
You
Right.
may shock yourself.
Right. And it's crazy because even if you have like a lot of different talents. Sometimes people that have like a lot of different passions or talents, it's like, well, how do I nail down one, two, or how do I use all? And it's like you can overwhelm yourself. But when it's so funny at each stage. Like, I love photography, and then at another stage I develop that, and then at another stage, it's just like, just be patient with yourself, love yourself, give yourself
Patient with
grace.
yourself.
Like, you're always exploring. You're never too old,
You're never too old.
to learn
And
something new. Yeah.
one thing I'm going to inject in there is that also you don't have to tell everybody
Right.
what you're doing.
That's true. That's
And
true.
here's what I mean about that. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes it's more of like if you want to explore something or whatever, sometimes you could be quiet about it for now
Right.
as your whatever it is. Whatever,
Right.
if I'm like, oh, I want to create ceramics. I don't care. I don't know.
Right.
Clay, do pottery, whatever, right?
Right.
Oh, maybe I can start, sometimes you do things quietly because sometimes if as you're building and you're pivoting, you don't
Mm.
want to hear the noise. Sometimes people have opinions, people have all
Yes.
different things,
Always.
right?
Yeah. Critiques.
Um,
Yeah.
like just yeah, not to say do everything in silence, but kind of
Right.
like as you're starting to carve out some things, it's okay to just do that in
Yes.
silence in your own way
Yes.
first. And then,
Yeah.
I think have grown enough to know like who to invite into if you need a little
Right.
bit of in there. So
Absolutely.
I think I know I've done that. I've
Yes.
I've like, you know what, I'm just gonna be, let me just be quiet about this for a little
Right.
and think about how, certain things are
How
gonna
you want
go.
to
So
move. It has to be a
right.
revelation to you first. You're like, ooh, I didn't know I was gifted like that. Shoot. It's like it's this your self-discovery. It's exploring
Self
you,
discovery, and it's for
and
you. And once it's
yeah.
settled in you, then you could
Right.
start, hey, this is what and embracing that. And
Right.
yeah, people will have opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Peace out. That's good
That's
for, I'm
it.
living life.
Bye. Right.
This is my life.
That's it.
Like,
That's
it's
it.
not
All right.
mine.
Like, well, this is not rehearsal. This is our one life,
This is
and
mine.
I'm gonna live it the best way that I know. You know,
Exactly.
on
Exactly.
how
It's
to.
personal to you.
It's personal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're all
Yeah.
unique in some way. We're all
Yeah.
special and unique.
And have gifts
And
and
yes,
how that will show
experiences.
up. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
So I'm excited for you too, Faye.
Yes,
Just to see what you're going to break open. I can't wait till we're on a
definitely.
podcast and it's like, Andrea, this is what I'm breaking open, you
Okay.
know? Or is there anything you're breaking away from that you're sunsetting?
I think in terms of, hmm,
I know it's a good one, right? I know.
yeah,
Look at me. I'm using it's time to break with all sorts of breaking
right.
isms.
Because we need a break. You know what? I'm kind of I'm in a mindset
Yeah.
of, I feel like I feel like I've broken away from a lot of things
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
At this point in my life, I'm just kind of looking at
Yeah.
how I can maintain my outlook on
Maintenance.
life, my
Yeah.
kindness. I mean, like I like this life in this world, and the people sometimes can really steal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Steal your joy.
Yeah, steal your joy,
Yeah.
steal your peace. You know, it's
Yeah.
just like, man, like the pie is big enough for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
It really
know,
is.
like
It
I
really
don't,
is.
yeah, I don't really have that mindset. I've never come from that mindset of me, mine, and my
Yeah.
this and my, you know, it's just like it's all
Yeah.
like I always have a communal mindset, community.
Yeah.
And so I'm
Yeah.
not understanding it,
You
and I'll
do.
never
You
understand it.
always do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll never understand it and I never want to.
Yeah.
You know, this
Yeah.
is mine. This is my country. This is my, this is my
Yeah.
community. This is my, it's like, what? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
there's boundaries, there's balance, obviously, but
Yeah.
I'll never have that kind of heart.
Never,
Not
never.
in
And
this
you've
world.
always been collaborative. No, you always had that collaborative heart.
Yeah.
Always.
And
Just that's just
who's
you.
that guy, the Star Trek guy? What's his name again? When he said that he went to space? What's his name? He went on I think it was through Jeff Bezos, his spacecraft. He went into space. He was one of the ones that went into space. But then he also did
Okay.
Star Trek, so it was kind of like a nice
Yeah.
connection.
Yeah.
Um what's his name? Let me just look it
Let's
up
see.
here.
Yeah.
He was one of the first to do it. Old school, old school. Um Shoot, what is it again? This guy right here. If I show you him, you'll know.
Okay. Is that William Shatner?
I think so.
Yes, from old school, from
Old
back in
school.
the day. Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, so he basically, yes. So he basically went up in the spacecraft with Jeff Bezos, his spacecraft to go up and then bring you down and stuff.
Yeah.
And he said that he was just looking at the Earth and looking at that blue dot. Like, I have to get the quote, but it was so powerful. It moved him to
Yeah.
tears because he said he saw that blue dot and that and against the black lifeless mass.
Yeah.
And it was just like how
Yeah.
much we have to just like take care of what we have, be good stewards of what we
Yes.
have,
Yeah.
again, this is something that, in the midst of the black mass of lifeless space,
Yeah.
this beautiful planet that we have, you
And
know,
take
um,
care of each other.
just take
Something
care of
so
each
simple,
other.
Faye. I'm like,
Yes.
sometimes I sit and I think about that, right? Like just taking
Yeah.
care of each other
That's it.
and making sure you're good,
That's
Like,
it.
I don't know.
I never had, I've never understood that kind of mindset.
Yeah. Yeah.
No matter how much, like, even
Yeah.
if I grew up poor or my mother was middle class, we grew
Yeah.
up middle class, whatever it is, I've never had that kind of mindset.
Yeah. Yeah.
um you
We
know
just agree.
that's it.
Agree. I'm not.
Yeah.
I think about that all the time. I'm like, even, we think about injustices and things like that. I'm like, I don't care what color you are. I don't know. I could have been
Right.
born a whole different color or hair
Right.
color, skin color, all those things. Just me innately, I don't understand that thinking
No.
of just being divisive or
Right.
hate or not wanting to connect and love and be
Right.
kind. Like I
Right.
don't understand it.
Right.
Um And I
And
think
I'll never
that's why
know.
it bothers us so much because we
Yes.
feel,
Yes. When you
you
see it
know,
blatantly in your face,
blatantly all
you
across the
know,
board, injustice all across the
all
board.
across the board,
I'm,
globally.
yes, yes,
Yeah. It's just like,
yes.
ooh,
So
that kind of hits you, in the gut, you know.
it does, it does, it does. So,
Yeah.
as we, think about we're closing out this week and
Yes.
looking into next week, I
Hmm.
just, I feel, first of all, this conversation was so uplifting to me
Yeah.
because, you just said something too. It's like, it's not even breaking away. It's like maintenance right now, and I
Hmm.
feel like as we're going into next week, like still holding on to our values in terms of leading with empathy,
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
Having
Always.
ideas, having
Always.
thoughts, being able, but in the midst of all of this, to still be kind and still be welcoming and still, you know, have a seat at a table
That's
to
it.
someone who wants to seek to understand. Breaking bread together.
That's it. That's good.
I'm
That's
gonna
it. Right.
continue having that mindset, and as we think about, going
Absolutely.
into next week and in the weeks ahead until we get on our podcast
Yes.
again and
That's
think about,
it. That's it. Like, you're not
yeah.
going to break my spirit. You're not. That's what it is. You're not going to break my spirit.
Now I just
You're
thought
not
about,
going to break
don't let me play
my
Beyonce song
spirit.
now. Okay, what is that?
What-
What's the
Come on.
house music? She has the
What is
see,
it?
that's how we have to
I
end
know.
this. Cue the music.
Right. 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 Where's the editors? Where the? That's it.
Okay, wait.
That's
No,
it.
I gotta find that. I gotta find that, and then we're about to end this. Ooh, okay.
You won't break my soul.
Myself.
Yes.
Okay, it's about to come on here. Hold on,
That's
hold
it.
on, hold on. I'm
Come
gonna
on
get
now.
this. Don't play.
That's it. You playing it?
Yep. Let me see.
Hey.
You just gotta
Wait,
hear the
wait.
first line.
Hey.
Say, why are you not in the shy?
Do the church clap. You won't break my soul. Everybody. Hey.
I just fell in love. I just quit my
Look, look, look.
job. Okay, y'all.
Look, look, look.
Family worked me so damn hard. Worked by night, and walked past five. And they want my hey,
The
Dr.
strobe
Stroke.
lights. This out. Hey.
All right, last
Yes.
one.
We leave you with that. We leave you with that.
You won't break my soul. You won't break my soul. You won't break my soul. All right, y'all.
Hey.
That's how we end the show, okay? Until next time,
Yes.
we love y'all. Peace and love.
Yes.
And mwah, love you, my niece.
Yes. Love you, my aunt.
See ya. Bye,
See ya.
everyone.